Hi, this is Melanie from Screen Time with Mel, and today we're going to talk about the Serpent Queen, Season 1, Episode 2. So let's go ahead and get started. Hey everybody, thank you so much for joining me today. So we are going to take a look at Episode 2 of Season 1 of the Serpent Queen, and it's entitled To War Rather Than Bed. To war rather than bed. Okay, so let's get down to it. I do want to warn you though that there are going to be spoilers, and I do want to thank everybody who is here watching this video today. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back. I really appreciate you. And if you're new, well, thank you too. Thanks so much for finding me. And if you really like all things TV, I'll even do some movies down the road, but for right now, TV, then go ahead and go down below and hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell so that you're reminded each time I come out with a brand new video. Alright, so all that out of the way, let's talk about this episode. I'm going to tell you right up front, I did not find this episode as funny as the first episode, but it still had its moments, don't get me wrong. The little woman who said, "You can close your eyes." I mean, that was funny and sad all at the same time, but there's a lot of that in this show. So again, we still have the fourth wall breaks, where she's talking to the camera. I found them to feel a little bit different. Like I said, it wasn't as funny as it was in the first episode, but it was still pretty neat. I do like that she's still keeping the same maid. She decided to take her on full time. And of course, this episode was all about taking care of your enemies. I really feel like instead of calling this show the Serpent Queen, it should have been called something like, you know how they have the 8 habits of highly effective people? So, so many practices of deadly queens or something like that. I don't know. Maybe that wouldn't have gone over as well. I mean, because the Serpent Queen, it makes you want to watch it, right? But still, I feel like each episode is a lesson in, welcome Stella. Come on, baby. Let's move you. I know that made you mad. Okay. You guys were bound to get my kitties at some point. Anyway. So it just feels like each episode is like a lesson from Catherine de Medici. Alright, so we get to the episode. She starts out with the servant that's called Thing. Ends up having a dog poop in the plate and ended up making the girl serpent. Why she didn't smell it, I don't know, but whatever. Maybe it just everybody stinks in a castle back in that day and age. So she starts talking about the past and having an enemy, and of course her enemy is that woman that the Prince Henry was hanging with, right? And she keeps, so she's made some moves. So throughout the episode, she makes some moves. She finds out the de Medicis are being killed off one by one. So she's in a very precarious position because, one, her dowry was never fully paid. And two, she's not pregnant. So she's not bearing an heir. And Henry's not interested in coming in the bedroom. So, in more ways than one, right? Probably shouldn't have said that. Anyway. Catherine makes it her mission to get him in the bedroom, which means that she's going to be working against her cousin, and that's an interesting dynamic that they're playing. But I watch these episodes and I have to think, is this what life really was like back in the day? I mean, I imagine it is. Having sex and bearing children was just business transactions. They didn't think about them like. I'm American, so we Americans, we put a lot of taboos on sexuality and sex and stuff. So there's that. But I would imagine Italians of back in that day might have too. I don't know, maybe not royalty. Anyway, just something I was thinking about. I'm like, golly, that is just interesting. So she's trying to get Henry back in the bedroom so she can bear some heirs. and of course that keeps not happening. And if you know the story of Catherine de Medici, she's going to end up bearing some heirs. They are all going to fare well, but she's going to bear some heirs. In any case, you see all this maneuvering in court, and then of course they bring these two princesses from Prussia, which are super beautiful, which Catherine is not known to be. But she's known to be very intelligent, which I think, but, you know, honestly, not everybody goes for intelligence, for beauty. It really all depends. Everybody has different needs, right? And then his older brother, I need to read how that guy died, because I feel like somebody killed him, because, wow, he's a jerk. But Catherine does maneuver herself to be there for Prince Henry. Oh gosh, I can't remember. Anyway, starts with an H. Prince H. To be there for him at the right times, and to say things to ensure that he would never marry the cousin should he decide to put aside Catherine. So she's positioning herself, and then she's earning more loyalty in the people at court by helping them do certain things, right? So, well, I guess it's only one person at court, right? Yeah, only one person at court. And then she does end up getting a whole family. The Stable Hands family killed. What? I mean, there's a lot going on here. So, anyway, this particular episode, I wouldn't call it a dramedy as much. It's still got some funny points, don't get me wrong. And then, like, the part that I love, there's this little bit at the end where she talks to the Sultan, makes arrangements with the Sultan, and then after she does that, then she goes to her prince and tells him, hey, you need to do this with the Sultan, already knowing that he was going to agree to it. This is how smart this woman was. Already knowing, I wonder if this really happened this way. I don't know. It doesn't matter. I love thinking that this is a story. But already knowing that she's already made these arrangements, right? He's going off to make war or treat, would talk to the Sultan. In any case, he's going out there to do that, and the older woman that Catherine has identified as her enemy says to her cousin, says to her, well, if he goes and dies, I'm never going to forgive you. And she turns around and says, hey, you told me the best thing to be is a widow, and what are you going to be? So she doesn't lose her station and stuff. Anyway, she throws her words back at her, which I absolutely love. That was awesome. Anyway, he goes off to war, and she threw the words back into their face. So that was funny. Very funny. I did find that amusing. And then at the end, because she's giving these lessons to her handmaid, right? So then at the end, the handmaid, she slips some gunpowder in the hands of the handmaid, who then slips it into something that the girl, her enemy, the one that put poop on the tray, into the stove, and kablooey. And I smile. I'm like so proud of this handmaid. And really, all it is it's teaching one serial killer how to teach another one to be a serial killer. That's what they're doing here. They're killing each other left and right. But I still find it so freaking amusing. Anyway, I still am loving this episode. I wouldn't rate it as highly as the pilot, which is strange because normally I rate the pilot much lower than the rest of it, but that pilot was pretty darn good. Anyway, I still really am enjoying it. I'm definitely going to check out the next episode and continue on. And what about you? Were there any sections I didn't really talk about that you think I should have mentioned? What was it that stood out for you in this episode? Just let me know all your thoughts down below. I'd love to hear from you. And while you're down there, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit a thumbs up. And if you enjoy all things television, some movies, stuff like that, then go ahead and go down below and hit subscribe and hit the bell so that you're reminded each time I come out with a brand new video. I did want to let you guys know, here's what I plan on. So right now, you know that I am doing The Handmaid's Tale, and I'm also doing this one, The Serpent Queen. I do also want to do Winx Season 2. Of course, that's on Netflix, and Netflix loves to just dump everything all at once. So it's going to take me some time to get through each episode and get them all posted. But I'm hoping to have that done within the next couple weeks. Then also, I am going to be doing, I just found out this is coming out November 24th, Criminal Minds Evolution. I do plan on doing that one, as well as Interview with a Vampire. That one's coming out October 2nd, so that's coming up soon. And then, of course, I'm going to do Wheel of Time Season 2. Wheel of Time Season 2. I may end up doing, if we get into like a little bit of a lull, go back and do Season 1. But I'm definitely going to be doing Season 2. And I don't know when that's going to come out. Sometime next year. And then some other things that I'm thinking about doing. It all depends on many things, but like Chicago Fire, that's the only one I watch. I don't watch Chicago Med or Chicago, was it Chicago Police? I don't know. Anyway, I do plan on doing Chicago Fire. I do like that one, as well as the two, but these are out. I think these start like in the winter, but the 911s, but the original and the Austin one, the Texas one. And then I am thinking about Law & Order SVU, which I mentioned that before, and then the regular Law & Order. I haven't really been able to get into the other Law & Order, the one with Mr. Melanie on it, but... And then there's many more. But are there any series that you want to make sure that I check out? Please let me know down below. Oh, you know what I didn't list here? Willow. And then the other one I am going to do here before I'm going to get to Winx is I am going to do Andor. And that's got 3 episodes out now, so I'm going to be working on that probably tomorrow and Sunday, so you'll start to see those episodes trickle out. But yeah, I am definitely going to do Andor. And Willow. Willow's another one. I am so... You guys have no idea how excited I am about Willow. I have no idea. I'm really excited about Willow. I love the movie. Love it. I'm so glad they're getting back the same people. Anyway, I digress. I did say I was going, but I wanted to let you know what I have plans going forward. If you guys have any questions, want me to check out anything down below, want to comment, whatever you want to do, just mention it all down below. I'm happy to communicate with you. And as always, thank you so much for being with me here today. I appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, and I think I already mentioned it. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell while you're down there. And thank you all so much. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye.